And now let's go around the league with Michael Lombardi. And Michael, Ed Reed's situation is very interesting. He had off-season hip surgery, and the Ravens now have to decide just how good he is. Is he available for the first 6 weeks of the season? Because if he's not, they're going to put him on that physically unable to perform list. What are you hearing?
I'm hearing Ed Reed is pushing extremely hard to get back. There is some doubt within the organization that he can get back and be in playing condition before the 6-week PUP area is up. And certainly it would allow the Ravens to carry an extra player once they bring Ed Reed back in 6 weeks. He's pushing hard. It sounds like he's headed for the PUP list.
Coach Harbaugh won't even rule him out for the first game of the season. Now, with Reed questionable in that secondary, are there some other moves that they're making to try and shore up the defensive backfield?
Yeah, the Ravens have been searching all preseason for another corner. They added one today with Josh Wilson from Seattle. He comes in. The Ravens gave up a 5th-round pick that's conditionally moves to a 4th-round pick based on playing time. So they knew they needed a corner. They shopped all over. Josh Wilson became expendable in Seattle. Baltimore has addressed one of their needs, and this certainly helps them as they go down and open the season.
I'm sure this was a week that always gave you sweats, the cut-down week. As of Tuesday night, you have to be down to 75 players, then the 53-man roster by the end of the weekend. Are there some players that may surprise us?
Yeah, I think certainly the vested veterans, the players that you don't want to guarantee the full salary to for the entire season if they make the team. Darren Sharper, for example, he's on PUP, which means he didn't pass the physical. So the Saints could technically waive him and then re-sign him in the 2nd week of the season once he's healthy and can play, and they don't have to place him on PUP. Willie Parker's another player. He needs to step up his game in order to entice the Redskins to keep him. Veteran players on the bubble this time of the year is not a good feeling to have.
What is the toughest decision that you have to make this week?
Well, you got to think long term. You got to think, how are you going to win games in November and December with the right roster? Special teams play an important part right now.
Well, Troy Polamalu is certainly a guy who everyone's happy to have on the Steelers, but just how much do you think his hair is worth?
A lot more than mine.
Yeah. Well, you may be surprised to find out exactly how much it is insured for. It's a decade's worth of hair, you know. We'll talk about that and hear from him. Stay with us.